In the last episode, Hiyama was ready to use a comb but gave the comb to Hiyama. After this, Hiyama runs towards Ushio. The bridge was broken, so Hiyama rushed towards him at high speed. After seeing this, Jun and Hinawa take the barrier down and Hiyama uses the comb, but the bridge breaks. On the other hand, Hayu were stuck at the border. Rei and others start breaking. Sonagari asks all the girls to hurry up now. Tora starts thinking I should just give up on turning Ushio back into a human, and here Inoue is trying to cross the river where she's about to fall into the river. Nakamura tells Tora, "You saved me before, thank you very much." Now Inoue starts saying Tora saved you before too. This upsets Tora, and Izuna was having a lot of fun, but many were coming over here and the barrier starts weakening. Just then Satoru Shinigami arrives and saves them, and Hiyama gives the comb to Inoue. Then Hinawa tells the Ushio is going to a cave, but we don't know where. At the same time, GMA appears and starts taking them towards the cave, tells them you've started combing his hair, so they have to finish it quickly, otherwise his consciousness will never return, but Tora could not understand why the spear is heading there. Then, GMA tells a part of the Beast Spear's mortal enemy Hakaman is there, so it's probably heading towards that scent. At the cave, just then they start hearing the voice of Beast Spear. Tora and Ino go towards that voice where Ushio is standing in a very strange way. Then Tora says, "I'm just gonna have to turn you back to normal and eat both of you after this." Ushio starts saying a part of Hakaman is nearby, "Don't get in my way." Seeing this, Tora tries to stop him with his lightning power, but the Beast Spear bends his power on him. Ushio comes to attack as well, but Itoa turns comb in front of him, whose power stops the attack of the Beast Spear. But now Inoue was hanging down here now. She's about to fall, but Tora saves her. Tora appears in front of Ushio, after which he comes to attack them again, but because of this Tora gets angry, but he allows Ushio to stab him, and he immediately grabs Ushio, after which Inoue combs his hair, and now she gives it to Nakamura. On the other hand, Hayu were trying hard to break the barrier, so Shigure decides to run away from here for now because he was planning to cast a barrier in the cave, but Hayu was very close to them. That's why they immediately created the barrier again. Now Ushio attacks Tora, Nakamura understands that he's turning back into human, but now a group of Hayu also start coming towards him because they want to destroy Beast Spear. Seeing this, Izuna and the others get worried. A seal gets activated, because of which group of Hayu is unable to come forward. Then it turns out that Hayu has also come here, who's a powerful exorcist, and it was he who put the seal here. But still, Hayu can't hold him for long. Just then, something starts happening in Ushio's body, and he feels that his body is disappearing, and a strange man starts saying, "Your soul has just been stolen by the spear. There's no way for you to return to being human again." Just then, GMA appears in front of him and says, "I understand your hatred towards Akaman, but please stop sacrificing people's souls for that purpose," and disappears from here. Ushio then comes to his consciousness and tells Nakamura it hurts. Then Nakamura says, "You're stupid, thoughtless, restless, and quick to fight, but I prefer that, so Ushio, please come back." Ushio changes again and starts heading towards the cave to finish Hakaman's part, but Nakamura stops him and starts falling down the hill with him. Everyone gets worried on seeing this. Also, Tora is unable to do anything because of his injury. Now Nakamura says sorry to Ushio and says you're not alone. After this, she remembers a childhood incident when a boy pushed Nakamura. Ushio got angry, so he beat him, and this made her happy. Now both fall down, but then Ushio comes to his senses. Meanwhile, Hayu's last seal is broken, after which a group of Hayu comes to attack. The same time, Ushio uses a Beast Spear, and everyone's surprised to see this after Tora helps him, and together they start killing Hayu. Tora starts his fire. Just then, Ushio asks Tora to drop his lightning power on the Beast Spear. Because of this tremendous power, all Hayu are killed. Tora comes down. With him seeing his condition after a while, Ushio regains consciousness, but he could now remember anything he had done. However, Ushio starts telling Tora, "I saw a strange man." Apart from this, Ushio also starts talking about all the girls. He tells Tora, "Someday I want to see them all again here." Shigure, Nagare, and Satoru were also tired, but the Ushio decides to go down inside the cave. Seeing this, Tora forbids him because at the time he was weak, but Ushio says it's apparently where the spear wants to go. After this, Tora also decides to go with him because he was also getting curious about what is in there. Just then, Izuna starts asking the girls Ushio is about to leave, "Don't you care about this?" Sia says, "I would love to see him and truly speak with him, but if he found out that he turned into a beast and attacked, he probably wouldn't be able to forgive himself." Now Nakamura was also overjoyed and asks everyone to go back home because Ushio might be a little late, but he will come back to them. Then other girls tell her that he is not coming back to us, but he's coming back to you now. Ushio comes to the front of the cave with Tora. Both of them start going inside the cave. A temple is seen in front of them. Now inside the temple, Tora was feeling the presence of demonic energy. Now Ushio sees a figure like Hakuman in the wall here and starts panicking. Then Tora explains this is just a part of him that's already dried up. Someone appears in front of them and says, "I've been waiting for a long time." He tells his name and says, "I can answer all your questions, but we shall be off to a time and place that spear was made." Hearing this, Ushio is shocked. Then Tokasaka explains that I'm a monster that travels through time, uses his powers, and they travel 2,200 years back in China. They see a lady in the front of them, and she looked exactly like Eno Soboth, understands that she is GMA. Now, Ushio tells her his name. Here, this lady becomes happy because she thought she was a monster. GMA cannot see Tora. After this, GMA also tells Ushio her name. A monster comes here and tries to attack Ushio, but Tora saves him and kills the monster with his lightning power. Because of this, GMA feels Ushio has defeated this terrifying monster, so she becomes happy and takes Ushio to her house. GMA tells Ushio, "My father is a swordsmith who is working daily to create a divine sword." After some time, the older brother of GMA also comes back. His name was Garayu, and he went to learn how to forge powerful words. Now GMA welcomes her brother. Then Garayu tells his father, "It is true that Hakuman is in this country." The father is shocked to hear this. Then Garayu tells, "I heard it during my travels 1 year ago. A shooting star with 9 tails was seen falling towards this land." After this, the father starts forging a divine sword to give it to the king. Ushio thinks Beast Spear is about to be created because GMA's father was working so hard on this. Just then, the father comes out with a divine sword. But he was very sad because he worked so hard to obtain this fine steel, but it was not good. When Gurayu says there's one way I learned techniques for sword creation from other lands, and I heard one of the techniques that makes use of the dark arts. On hearing this, the father starts asking about it. Just then, Garayu's mother cuts her hair because Gurayu said that she needed a woman's hair to forge a divine sword. Now, Gurayu's father is happy with this, and together with Gurayu starts forging the divine sword. Now he believes this is surely the divine sword that'll destroy Troy Hakuman. The next day, many priests go to the king with the divine sword, and they made a sword that will be chosen from among these. Guru's father believes his sword will be chosen, and then he can return to being the royal priest. Once more, but Tora entered the castle walls. Just then, we see Hakuman was already here in the form of a woman. He starts saying, "You created divine swords to defeat me. I was planning to give the king into madness to destroy this country, but I am going to change the game now." Hakuman kills women with, and seeing this, everyone is scared because Hakuman was to kill other people along with the king, but every priest feels they can defeat him with the power of their divine swords. Then Hakuman starts saying, "Just what did you intend to fight with these pathetic guards and these worthless swords?" Hakuman then returns to his true form and kills all the guards in a single attack. Seeing this, Garayu's father and the priests attack, but Hakuman is powerful. He destroys all divine swords and kills all the priests, as well as Garayu's father is killed. Because of this, that's when Hakuman goes to attack them too. Seeing this, Tora asks Ushio to run away, and after this, Hakuman attacks with his power, and Ushio tries to save everyone, but he accidentally fails to save Guru's mother, and so she's also killed. Tora is also injured in this attack. Ushio gets very angry and goes to attack him with the beast spear. Something happens to him. He stops in front of the Hakuman. After this, the episode ends.